I remember them nights we used to struggle, couldn't stay out of trouble.
And this is McCook Co Radio Show. You don't know, now you know. With my man AJ McQueen.
Yo.
All the way from St. Louis, Missouri, where they say her,
stir, fur.
all that,
Right
man. We
there.
say hair, stare, over there.
Right.
And you from?
I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. We say hell.
Hair,
That boot chat.
ball.
Baby. Okay.
Man, AJ McQueen, man, we're so honored, man. It's a blessing, bro, to have you
Respect.
on the McCook Co Radio Show, man. We heard you at Light It Up here, in San Antonio, Texas. We're in Austin. In San Antonio, Texas, man, where you were tearing the stage up, man. You were the star performer of the night, killing it, man, with those bars, doing your thing, bro, all over the nation, bro.
Respect, man.
Writer's Block, man. What is that about?
Writer's Block, man. Writer's Block is a new regime with new things,
Yeah.
man. And mainly, it literally started from me having Writer's Block, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, man. I sat down like, man, and I didn't know what Writer's Block was, so I had to go look up a definition of it. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna claim that. I'm gonna claim the block. Like, I want the block. So I'm a writer, and it's my block. You know what I mean? And
That's
if I
dope.
take possession of it, then it's mine. Writer's Block.
That's
you know what I
dope,
mean?
bro.
And so, and then literally, man, it became a platform, and an outlet for myself, others. Now it's going across the country, man.
So what is Writer's Block?
So, Writer's Block is a few different things. Mainly, one of our main things that we do is serve, man, and we like to, help youth discover their potential. If they find their potential, then they find their self-preservation of life.
Right.
If you find what you're good at, then you'll protect your own life.
Absolutely.
Because I'm good at something.
Right.
I got something to do here, so I'm
That's
not gonna
good.
go get shot.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I
that's
mean?
dope.
Like
That's good.
I'm real dope.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? So you
That's
help
good.
them find that. So we literally, our motto is the pen is stronger than the gun, bro.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So if the gift that you got is the strongest tool
Right.
that you have, and so with that came again Writer's Block Live, which is the platform. Because after we help you find that gift, we give you a platform to use it.
To do it.
You know what I mean?
That's dope.
And then we got Sound, man. Sound is a record label, man. So after that, after you done grew up and not just performing, but you dope. And
dope.
you need to be heard.
Killing it.
Then we gonna put you out. Yeah.
Right.
Man, that's dope, bro.
Yeah.
So you got a single, The Boycott.
Yeah.
What's the message behind it?
Oh man. All right. So
Break it down.
the boycott, man, it's twofold. I love to. I'm big on. If you ever listen to my bars, I'm double entendre, even triple entendre. Everything means something else that means something else, right? So the boycott is literally boycotting the system, man. Like, they'll stop selling if you stop buying it. It's a principle. It's supply and demand.
Right.
If you look at inflation, if you look at all these different things, they'll stop supplying it. So the lies and the injustice, all that, the trash and the music, the negativity, they literally will have a meeting and say, look, they not buying this no more. So we need to switch this up. But we have to boycott it, man. We literally have to stop. And it's just that simple, man. How do you stop the artists and the people from stop watching it? Man, you literally give them a view every single time. And so I literally want to write, and literally that song I was angry when I wrote it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I wanted it to be that way. I didn't want to soften it up. I didn't want to soften the message. I was angry when I wrote it. I wanted you to know I was angry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I want you to know we ain't taking it no more. And I've had a lot of mixed reviews. I mean, some people love the message because they get it. A lot of the, CHA's community couldn't understand it. Why are you so angry, Jesus? Jesus boycotted.
Yeah.
You just don't know. You
Yeah,
just can't.
exactly.
You know what I mean? It's some
Exactly.
stuff he didn't take. Like, nah. When they wanted to kill him, they couldn't. They was
Right.
like, nah, it's not my time.
Not
So you don't get my life. I lay it down. He boycotted that whole thing.
That's
but we
powerful.
just don't see it as that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm boycotting. I've always been a rebel.
Yeah.
I go against the grain. I
Always,
don't do
man.
it that way. That's the
Absolutely.
boycott. Man.
So with that kind of message, man, that kind of passion, what was the experience of being on BET 106 and Park, carrying that message, man? I know, they carry a lot of secular artists and people who promote that kind of message. Maybe not on 106 Park anymore, but BET, all that kind of stuff. What did that mean for you, carrying the message and the story that you do?
Well, for me, man, when they invited me to be on 106 in Park, man, I went to speak about teen violence, you know, and I went to share my story about, growing up in St. Louis, being in the gang, getting shot, and for me, I didn't have the vernacular that I have now. I didn't have the mindset to understand. It was just a lot of passion.
Yeah. Right.
All passion. No polish, no filter. And I'm still the same way now. It's a lot of times I forget that filter.
Yeah.
You're going to get what I feel.
Right.
And I let God, be my notary later.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you shouldn't say that, right? So I went on there and literally had the opportunity, man, to touch millions. But in my mind, in my heart, it was going to be about the gospel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to be about the gospel. Even in moments, even when we're talking about social injustice,
Right.
even when we're talking about teen violence, anything on anything that's polarized.
Yeah.
Even if you don't hear me come out and say at the beginning, because sometimes it's strategy.
Right.
I gotta get into the place first and then implode it.
Yeah.
Not stand on the outside and be like, oh yeah, I'm coming in to tell you about Jesus, BT.
Right.
So let me in,
Yeah.
BT. I'm coming, BT, to cause some discomfort to your whole program in BT.
Yeah.
They're not gonna let you in.
Yeah.
So I went in as a activist. You know what I mean? And went in there, and I didn't even know what activist was. They literally put the title on my. They put it when I watched it back. I was like, activist? What is that? Looked
Yeah.
it up, and I became an activist that day. You know what I mean? But millions were touched, bro.
Yeah.
That's not an open. I literally had messages from parents, from people watching it about how they were touched, and I knew that I had to say Jesus' name on that platform.
Right. So with you traveling, man, all over the nation, bro, a lot of cities, man, may not experience the same injustices that you have seen in St. Louis or in other cities. You know what I mean? And as a artist who makes music, do you find it hard to capture the full feeling or full effect of what's going on to be able to give to these, to your audience?
No, not really. If you didn't experience it, you've seen it.
Yeah.
If you didn't see it, you heard it.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like, again, Jesus, I've studied, I didn't just study Jesus because he was the Savior. I studied because he was a great man. I mean, I've studied a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
And for me, again, it's this book called Heroism by Eric Ludy. If you have never read it, read the book, man. And it was he talked about how him and his wife, they were in Florida or something, and these girls ran out the door and they were screaming about, man, they killing whales. And he was like, what? Like, yeah, man, they're killing all the whales. And they were crying. They was really passionate about these whales.
Right.
And Eric came back to say he couldn't help but think about the orphans and the kids that were being killed, you know, in Africa and all that. So he's like, man, but they were more hurt about whales.
Wow.
Like, man, I hope that your passion doesn't stop at whales. I hope that it goes deeper than you caring about whales. You care about the fatherless, the homeless, and everything, right? Yeah. So when I make music, when I say what I say, if you're not directly affected by it,
Right.
you see it,
Yeah.
or you heard it. And Isaiah, in the word Isaiah says, defend the oppressed. You know, it's seek justice, do right, defend the oppressed. And so from that came Writer's Block, one of our initiatives to settle the matter. You know, you had Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, settle the matter, which is an action. It's saying, hey, after all of this, let's go settle it, let's go do something about it. So in my music and anything I write, man, I'm always going to put an action, a call to action in it.
Right.
So, you got an EP coming up.
Yeah.
May 2017.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration? It's called Great Progression.
Yeah.
What's the inspiration, or what's going on in your mind right now about this EP?
Give us an exclusive, man. Something you ain't told the people yet.
Sure. I love to be honest. You know, man, really, I just lost my dad, man, in December. You know what I mean? And then I had a failed relationship that was about to be a marriage happen right in the next month, right? Wow. And so literally that week after the relationship failed, I went through a depression. Like, I kid you not. Wow. Literally, like, I sat there for like 4 days and I was like, man, life sucked. You know what I mean? Yeah. I was like, dang. And then I start to study. And read. I love to read books, man. And I studied the Great Depression. I don't know how I came across it, studied it, and literally, I feel like not just for myself, but there's a lot of others, you know, who are stuck in a situation, or stuck in you know, they're stagnant, they're stuck. And so we have to progress. We have to progress as individuals, as a people, as a nation, as a church, as a culture, as a race. We got to progress. And so the Great Progression is huge. The goal is to create a whole movement. Again, everything has a deeper meaning, right? So the Great Progression, and so it's going to be an EP. Everything you're hearing on the EP is going to be about progressing and moving forward, man. That's good. You know what I mean?
And you're a man of words, man. You a man. Like I said, you keep it real. Not Great Depression, but
The great progression.
There we go.
And the good thing about it is black, white, brown, whatever, everybody gonna feel it. But I'll be honest, it's targeted for my people.
Yeah.
Right.
Point blank period. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk to the ones who've been getting killed on live TV, you know what I mean, on live Facebook.
Absolutely.
The ones who get told every day that we nothing. You know what I mean? And again, everybody will feel it because you also have felt this,
Absolutely.
seen this,
Absolutely.
heard this.
Absolutely.
So you will jam to it, but this is not for you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And that's just what it is.
Man, what I love about you, bro, we were at Light It Up in San Antonio. And my first time, man, having a conversation with you, I didn't know you, you didn't know me. But the first thing you addressed me as was King. You said whatever you said, and then you said King. And it caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, ain't nobody ever called me that before.
Yeah.
Not daddy, not mama, not teacher, not mentor, nobody. You said King. I'm like, King? And it felt weird, to call him King back. I was like, all right then, King, King. We both kings then,
Yeah.
Where did that start, man? Because I carried that from that conversation onto the barbershop. And to my sphere of people, I said, start addressing people as King. Now it's been something, I forgot as, go along the way. But I'm, seeing you now, and now pick it back up. Everybody's the King. But where did that come from, man?
I love chess, man. I love chess. Like literally, I play the game of chess. PlayStation cool.
Right.
Get me on that chessboard, and I understand chess. It's like the game of life, man.
Wow.
It's process, it's patience, it's sacrifice. But the goal is to make sure that king is protected. You know what I mean? Even at the extent of sacrificing your queen. It's a lot that go into this. So that came with me understanding chess, and then me having a close relationship with the Fruit of Islam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're like brothers. You know what I mean? Though we may not agree on a lot of fronts, but with me being an activist, they protected my life before.
Yeah.
Where there was no Christians out there. You know what I
Wow.
mean? And it's just true, just
Yeah.
real talk. They've literally protected me from people that hated my message. You know what I mean? While I was out there talking about Jesus, they protected me, man. And what I grabbed from Nation of Islam is an organization and an understanding of, again, who we are and who everybody else is. So holistically, me being a Christian helps me understanding and the inclusiveness of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then in the world that's calling us everything else,
Right.
what's wrong with King? You know
Absolutely.
what I'm saying? I mean, brother is cool. That's cool. But let me call you, if I'm gonna call you anything, let me call you up. You know what I mean? If you want a man's pants to come up, pull up his mind.
Yeah.
If you pull up his mind, his pants will follow him. So King to me is saying, hey, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got something to do here. You are somebody, matter of fact, and I don't want you to forget that. And it go for queen too. Every woman's a queen, and I'm reminding you of that because we're made in his image.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And while we are servants of the Most High, while we are friends of His, while we are followers of His, you know what I mean? We also made in this image. We are the embodiment of Him and His earth,
dope,
man.
right? That's
you know
dope.
what I mean? And it's a balance because with me calling you king, is I'm taking the lowest form of a relationship because who used to call kings also, a servant used to call somebody king. You know what I mean? Too.
Right.
I'm taking that low road and I don't even know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
That's
you
powerful,
saying
man.
it back to me means you get it.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's dope. So with that greatness, man, wrapping up, know you got to go, but I appreciate you. With that greatness, man, being inside of you, bro, you have any bars you want to spit on the McCook Co radio show?
Haha.
I want to hear something.
Yeah.
It ain't got to be long, something real quick.
Let me open up this sunroof so you can see the proof that I'm putting these words to good use. I got that good juice. Grab your double cup and double up. Elevator music will make your spirit level up. Pick you a shovel up and dig this. I can't believe God did this. I can't believe God hid this diamond. I'm just rhyming. I'm so Frankie Lyman, fool, falling in love. Michael Jackson glove compartment. That one bedroom apartment. That's where I left my heart at. Somebody passed me a hard hat. Cause I'm going in that apartment just like that fire department compartment. I lost my thoughts. Some locked in a vault. And some behind that pillow. Behind that pillar of assault. What an assault couldn't arrange my life. So life peeled me apart. I'm a part of that new breed of lions. Lying in the zoo. About to escape. About to go ape. Harambe reincarnated. I can't remember what I ate. I defecated 16 and make y'all smell what I ate. I stayed up late. See, I've been starving in Marvin's room, suffering silence. I can't remember how I got her. I was draking and driving. Don't judge me. You know you Drake too. Music had you in your feelings, telling shouted to come through. Who's who? Who are you? Who am I? I'm just a man that can't understand how to catch a blessing of God through it underhand. I'm on demand, demanding a change of heart. My 5 heartbeats won't play their parts.
South by Southwest, the McCook Co radio show. If you don't know,
Sound.
now you know. AJ McQueen.
Sound.
Oh, bars for day, man. AJ
Boy.
McQueen, if you don't know, this is that guy, South by Southwest
Sound.
2017. I
Won't
appreciate
you
you.
listen here? Don't tell me what I can is gonna happen if God is willing. Touch your heads and touch your hearts if you ready to book. This is the radio show of Jordan McCook. Let me say it once more before I go to the hook. This is the radio show of Jordan McCook. Yeah.
Ready, set, let's go. You know we here. It's McCook Co. It ain't going nowhere.